What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Inside NHSTRA. I'm your host, Mark Beaudry, Steve Grand, Bob Williams, Mr. Brian Callen. What's going on, guys?
So first and foremost, I want to say that Kevin Brown is phenomenal for sitting in this chair every week because this is the most uncomfortable thing I've ever sat in my life.
I've actually never sat in that chair.
This is terrible.
I don't mind this one over here. This is all right.
This one's fine too. I'm pretty comfy. That's
You
why I
should-
didn't take that one.
The funny thing is, there's 80 other chairs here, Brian. Why don't you say something before we went live? I would have swapped the chair out with you.
I just kind of thought about it as a sitting.
I'll kick Brady out of that chair. That one's pretty comfy. I'm too fat for that chair. I can't sit in that one, so it doesn't work for me. So what's up, guys?
Well, we got through another Sunday at Hudson Speedway yesterday. It was a tough one. Nothing seemed to want to work Sunday. Started the day off, and
If people only
Transponders.
knew what goes on behind the scenes.
oh my God, I was going to pull my hair out, but I don't have any on my head. So it was everything from track lights to
That is great, because that's
red
exactly
flags.
what Kevin is doing right now.
What's he doing?
Somebody wrote, "Where's Barbie Town Kevin Brown?" He is watching Barbie with his wife and kids.
Good for him.
Oh, I saw the pictures earlier. I bet Kevin was having fun. Lots and lots of fun. But yeah, so getting back to Hudson, wow, was it ever? Internet kept going out, and it was a Hudson-wide area. It wasn't just a track area.
Well, we had a major thunderstorm there earlier in the week, and I went out, I flipped the lights on a few things. I'm like, everything seems to be all right until I learned my lesson. Do that the next day after that thunderstorm. Lost a lot of stuff from cameras, you name it, to transponders, track lights, even plugs in the beer garden. It was just one of those days, but we got through it. Our divisions went really well.
Facebook list Jeff said that's because Hudson doesn't have a Jeff. So you guys know Lake Mead. You've seen that before, where you see the water line that used to be and where the water is now. So I'm with Ben on the golf cart. We're going around the backstretch, and those walls are all, the inner walls are all painted. And I look left, and I was like, wow, Ben, look at that. Because the water level, you could see, because
receding line.
the pollen was in the water, and it stuck to the wall, and it was up halfway on those Jersey barriers, so...
Oscar Leclerc.
Oscar took a really hard hit into turn 3, and you have spoken to him. So
Yes, I have. We made him go. I was like, you know what, Oscar, you getting up there. His kid was pushing him to go. He went to the hospital, called me, and freaking out. He wanted out of there really fast. And
not Oscar.
He was back at the track while everyone was pulling out, and his old grumpy self, and he was just fine, and he's a little sore today. Spoke to him this morning, and he's doing really good. He's upbeat, and he's saying, I'm going to be back. So nothing's going to stop Oscar. He's an old school guy, and that's my type of guy right
Just
there.
to address that, because it seemed like I get the same questions in live chat, because in NASTRA Vision, when you go on to NASTRA Vision, you watch a race, we have live chat so people can comment, and it actually helps let me know if there's an issue and if it's a real issue, because if somebody states something, I know 30 seconds later Harmon will tell me if the guy's truthful or not lying, because he'll be like, nope, stream's perfect, working fine on my end. All right, good. When a wreck happens like that, there's nothing I can do if the camera's on it for the live showing. When a wreck like that happens and the red flag comes out, and unfortunately yesterday at Hudson, it was three major wrecks.
I thought it was four.
Four. That's right, four major wrecks. The first thing we're doing is yanking the camera off and putting it somewhere else, because if somebody is seriously hurt, that's the last thing I want them to see. And once we know they're okay, then I'll show a replay, or then I'll show other stuff. But I'm not going to do what they did with Dale Earnhardt at Daytona, where they showed it repeatedly, not knowing he had passed away in the car. So that's why we do what we do on NASTRA Vision and pull away. It's if that's not for you guys, I'm sorry, but that's the way it's going to operate, and I'm not going to do it any other way.
It has to operate that way. It can't operate any other way.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So
Picture yourself as a family member. You don't want to continuously watch it over and over again.
No.
You
Yep,
can't.
100%. It's just the way it's going to be.
I will give a story, though, from the scene. So I come running up, and I hear, call Hudson. I'm running over there. I'm like, oh, no, Oscar, is he all right? I get over there. You are not cutting this car out. I'm getting out through the window. He's swearing everything out. Don't you dare. And they're like, stay there. He's like, no, I'm getting out of this car. You're not cutting this up. He goes, I don't care. I'm getting out. It's a stiff neck.
That was a
God.
hit and a half,
And anybody that
though.
knows Oscar knows that's exactly what he said.
Yep.
I think there was a lot more four-letter words.
There
was quite a
was.
few. I could hear it in the tower.
So I had the radio too. I heard a lot of what was going on, and just because we weren't showing it, we still do have a camera over there for liability reasons and stuff like that. So it's all being recorded. So I'm watching what's going on, and I can see Oscar in the car and him pointing at people and moving things around, and he was very animated, and that's just classic Oscar.
It was good, though, to run over to the scene and know that he was okay, because at first I wasn't sure. Once I heard the call over, I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah, and then we had
seeing him moving. It was just such a sigh of relief.
Yeah, there's definitely those accidents that you see at tracks and where it just goes quiet.
Oh yes, and that was it.
And it was one of those times, and it was a scary moment. So.
And they had the Legends car, and then there was a couple bandos that took some hits as well. So glad everybody's okay.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the cautions breed cautions, and that's just what happens. It was a bunch of good racing there this weekend, and I thought I had my stuff in
Bryon,
order.
what did it take us to get through our, we had the Legends, we had the Bandos. What did it take for our divisions to get through?
It's 23 minutes and 37 seconds for all of our features.
So it was not our divisions that were the headaches.
Yeah, unfortunately, it happens. There's always.
Yeah.
It does.
Our 3 divisions went green to checker for all of their features. So.
And our 3 divisions, I will give you the quick top 5 from the 23rd. Let's see. We have Black Flag Podcast Ridge Runners. We have the 37J of Joseph Frazier, followed by the 23 of Dwight Souther Jr., followed by the 51 of Mike Doobie, the 76 of Heath DeButts, and the 37Z of Zachary Frazier. Moving over to the Northeast Auto Import Late Models, we have the 33 XX of Frankie Eldridge, followed by the 08 of Milton Duran, the 57 of Justin Beecher, the 01 of, what do they call him? Ballistic Bill Helliwell.
You got it.
And then the 22 of Pork Chop, Austin Erickson. You go from ballistic to pork chop.
Bill used to be a lot more ballistic back in the day. He's kind of
Yeah,
I've heard
he has
stories.
calmed down
He
in his
has.
old age.
Oh, yes, he has.
The NASTRA Vision Modifieds, we have the number 2 of Tyler Leary. And from what I understand, I thought they said that was the first win with that crew and that car. He said that he was trying to get a win with that car for a couple of years, and that was his first one. Kevin Brown, you're late. Kevin Brown is not here. The 44 of Jesse Jacobatis, the 19 of Jeffrey Battle. I think that's Battle's 4th or 5th race in a modified.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, podium
boy,
already.
that kid's got it. The 69 of Josh Carey and the 29 New Hampshire of Aaron Fellows. So congratulations, guys, on your finishes. You want to answer that question that's up there for you, Steve?
Which one? Where
Christina's question.
Oh,
Are
about
we
the-
running spectator drags this weekend? We got 4 cars on a trailer on the way back from Florida right now to race.
We will look into that. We'll see. I've got to look at the schedule and go over it and see where we're at, and we'll take a look at that.
And let's not forget about Monadnock Speedway. So, had a new camera. I got to play with it a little bit at Hudson. Really put to good use at Monadnock. For any of you that watch the NASTRA Vision stream, I put a camera that is all remotely operated from my trailer, and you can program it to do certain stuff. So, like, I can program it when you come into the restart box, I hit a button and it counts down, goes boom, 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 and then it follows the cars through the restart box. And I happen to time it just right. I happened to time it just right. So coming to the restart of the modifieds, that you had the entire top 7 of the modifieds go head on into the wall directly in front of the camera. So we'll be putting that out later on this week as well. Pure Stocks, we have the 1 New Hampshire, Carlos Grenier. Congratulations on your first win.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was some excited in Victory Lane.
I bet he was. He's been trying hard this year and hasn't had the luck to pull off a win. That's awesome.
I agree. Bob is awfully quiet today.
Yeah, I know. What's up, Bob? You all right? You feeling all right?
You guys have plenty to talk about with what you had going on at Hudson yesterday. So I was giving you guys.
So I'm gonna pile through my stuff, and then we're gonna move forward here. Coming in second place was the number 4 of Colton Martin, the 20V of Chris Chambers, the 7Z of Zachary Zielinski, and the 57 of Tegan Edson. Moving over to the late models, congratulations, Hillary Renault, feature winner for the late models in the 88, followed by the 83G of Hayden Grenier, the 83 of Timothy Wenzel, the 45 of JD Stockwell, and the 7X of Eric Smith. Modified feature number 1. They ran dual mod features over there. We had the 03 of Nathan Wenzel, followed by the 02 of Jeff Rollins, 29 New Hampshire of Aaron Fellows, the 13 of James Cloutier, and the 44 of Bryon Chapin. This fan is blowing all my papers away over here. It's driving me nuts.
Nice job, Mark.
Feature number 2, we have the 25 of Joel Belanger, which I also think he said was his first win. So congratulations, followed by the 02 of Jeff Rollins, the 07 of Scott Zielinski, the 44 of Bryon Chapin, and the 03 of Nathan Wenzel. Congratulations on your finishes. And moving over, everyone likes this, the hard chargers. So this is something that we've been putting together. I only did the divisions that ran and the tracks that ran. So Monadnock hard chargers, Young Guns, Adrian Smith is sitting right now at a +8. Pure stock, Tegan Edson. Right here, let me before I say it, let me check through. Yes, the highest of all the tracks right now. Tegan Edson in the pure stock sitting with a +19, guys.
Wow, that's impressive.
+19.
That is impressive.
He was on the move.
Mini stock, so 6 shooters, Michael Yetton with a +10. Mini stocks over there do have a Richard Whipple with a +10. Late models, Hillary Renault with a +6.
Where are you at in there, Bob?
I'm terrible.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't. I ran out of ink
think-
before I
think
got to
I'm-
Bob.
I think I'm negative.
Really?
Oh, I'm terrible.
What's
One
better, not
bad
having
race
a
puts you
season?
negative pretty quick.
I'm terrible there. I don't know what it is. Terrible.
And the modifieds, Eric Leclerc +18.
You're running all 4
Eric
of those
Leclerc,
cylinders, right?
+18.
+18.
Wow.
I think I need
That's
less.
awesome.
For the season.
Go, Eric.
Real quick, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah, I'm
missing stuff
terrible.
here. Sorry about that if I miss anything.
I was better last time, but
Hudson Hard Chargers. We have the Black Flag Podcast Ridge Runners. Heat the Butts right now, top of the board with a +5. The Northeast Auto Import Late Models, Justin Beecher with a +13.
Wow.
he was on the
And
move yesterday.
yes, he
Yeah,
was.
Yeah, he
The
was.
Nash Division Modifieds, Jason Bonnet. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, with a +9.
Wow.
So that I like those little, when you see those cool little stats, as somebody who loves like weird stats and stuff like that.
What
So
do you think? If they had another 5 laps in that late model race, do you think Justin or Milton would have had something for Frankie?
I don't think either of them would have had anything for Frankie, but I think Justin might have got Milton.
Yeah, I'll agree
Frankie
with
had too much drive. He had so much drive off the bottom.
that. He did.
I
They wouldn't have got
agree and maybe disagree because,
Frankie was definitely backing up to him.
yeah, Milton was catching up to him. I don't know if it was because they were pushing each other so good. Milton had a fast car. I don't know what car he got stuck behind because I can't remember, but he had a hard time passing somebody, and it took him a couple laps, and it really, really let the leader really air it out in front of him.
That was with Austin.
Yeah,
Austin started
yeah,
to fade.
22, yeah.
Something happened with Austin's car. It started to fade on him, and Milton took his time with that or whatever. But Beecher also got hung out on the outside behind Mike Williams.
Yeah,
Yes, he
and,
did.
and went all the way to the back.
Yeah, he was-
and then came
and
back.
he came back
he,
up.
He went all the way back to like 8th.
Yeah.
and then came back.
That's
up
a
to the field.
fast,
It was
fast car.
incredible.
That is the oldest street stock out there.
Yes, it is.
And it was on the
that-
outside. Like
He
every,
does it
everything
all
he did.
on the
He does
outside.
all on the outside.
All of it.
So
I was
that car
highly
originally
impressed.
was built for John McKennedy. That was
No way.
Yeah,
Yes.
John
Yes, it
McKennedy
was.
was supposed to do rookie stocks, and George built that for John McKennedy.
Yep.
And then it went to Jessica Coulter's brother, and then after that it went to Mike Richards and Charlie Baldwin, and then it went to Austin, and then went back to actually went to Clement after Austin, and then back to Beecher.
Yeah,
I
that
love
car's been
car
all over the
lineage.
place.
I love that.
That car is, that one, in my personal opinion, is still a street stock. Like, it has a factory floor. It's not all tube. It's old. It is, and Justin has new cars,
Yes.
and rather drive that one.
Yeah, and to watch him on the outside, he's flawless on the outside.
That car has always, always, always been like that. It's always been fast.
Yeah.
Actually, and quite honestly, every time I look at it, like the color scheme and number and everything, I look at it, I'm like, all right, so Billy Fisk is running again? I mean, that's like, that's what I go back to.
But yeah, it's cool to watch Justin. I do like how he moves himself right to the top, and he just goes.
And he goes right to the outside.
goes.
Some other guys get in there and they stop beating and banging. No, not him. He'll jump right to the outside.
Yeah, and he's not trying to pinch off anybody. He just runs.
Yep. Yeah, I went down and shook his hand afterwards because him and Milton both.
The top three.
Yeah, they all had a great show. So.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right, real quick, I did miss a page here. So six shooters had Steve Miller Jr. followed by Jacob Scott and Steve Miller. Steve Miller Jr. did his funny Victory Lane speech again. That's from what is that? Talladega Nights. He starts it off. He's like, "Just want to let everybody know that I pee excellence, and I'm the best there is." And it just cracks me up. And I don't have the young guns. I don't have their finish because I only see the scoring and they're not scored. So if somebody knows what the young guns finish were, please send it to me.
I haven't got to do a victory lane speech in a while.
Oh,
Was your last one Claremont?
Yeah.
When you guys were all sitting on the car
Yeah.
a year ago?
Yeah.
That came up in
Wow.
my memories today.
Yeah.
That was like 1 year ago today.
Oh, wow.
That's
been
good
a while.
because this weekend you will be at Claremont.
I will be at Claremont this weekend
People want to know why I allowed Bob back on the show. Well, Bob, why are you here?
to talk about this weekend, Saturday, mini stocks, Claremont. Everybody complains that we only race at Monadnock. Well, here's your chance. Bring your car to Claremont and let's see some mini stock racing.
Do you have the same deal over there this weekend?
Sure. 20 cars, I'll double the purse.
20 cars, doubling the purse. Ooh. Are we going to do our bet? I'm going to say we did this the last time.
Like, so I'm going to do the bet for 20. I'll say for you, we'll go, we average 16 cars. So $20, we have 17.
$20, 17. That's a deal. You got it.
I don't know what he just did.
So I got 17 and under.
The young guns,
If it's
we
17,
have
we break. Okay.
Adrian Smith, followed by Madison Cousineau and Marcus O'Neill. I'll tell you what, the young
Campbell
guns,
is anonymous.
the young guns put on a show at Monadnock. They sometimes I think we forget, and we all, and me included, and we watch these races, and you get out there in the late models and the modifieds, and it's all we're NASCAR drivers, and it's this and that, and you forget the fun in racing. When I went out and watched the young guns, and I was like, these kids are just having fun. They went out there. Madison Cousineau held that, and I think she has a fairly underpowered car, if I remember right. Held the lead for a good majority of the feature and was cruising away. And just see these kids, and then you start looking at through, and you talk to people, and the people are like, Cole Littlewood came through that program. Matthew Kimball came through that program. J.D. Stockwell came through that program. And you just see, and you see what they learn in the young guns, and it really follows them through. When you see Cole, I mean, I'm not taking away anything from any driver, so if I can't compliment one, I can't compliment them all. You see these drivers, and they're just they're with it. They know what's going on. They pay attention. They're clean drivers. And it's good to see that with a strong foundation. Always Harlow in chat. You build a nice, strong foundation in these drivers, and it carries them up through. And it's really good to see because I'll tell you, within 2 years, maybe 3, because I don't know how old he is, that Adrian Smith kid is going to be winning late model races, at least. If not
absolutely.
more.
Hudson used to have Thunderlights.
Well, we had the Hudson Heroes, and we don't have the stats on that, but I do know it was
Quentin.
Quentin won.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Quentin
there's no
Perkins?
official winners, but yes,
Right.
Quentin
Up to
was the
front.
first to cross the line.
Then it was Sophie Marshall, and then third. I was kind of busy with everything else, but who was third? Do you remember?
Was it McInnes?
We were actually doing the drivers
Oh
meeting.
yeah. Yes, it was 23. Yes. Yes. Yeah. There we, and I'll tell you though, those kids put on an awesome show too yesterday.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And,
Quentin definitely needs to give his dad some driving lessons. That kid is a wheelman.
He is a wheelman.
Adam, I'm just playing. You are too, but
I don't
he's
know.
not.
Quentin's got the skill.
Perkins only wheelman when I set the car up. But Thunderlights, we used to have Thunderlights at Hudson.
Yes.
That's what Derek Griffith started.
Absolutely. We've had big names.
Derek
in there.
Griffith, Jimmy Renfrew, he's
Yep.
great. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of people that have started were in Thunderlights.
Emily and Haley finished out your third and fourth place.
Yes.
Those guys are great. And I got myself a nice Hudson Heroes shirt.
Yes, I got one too. Mike Marshall hooked it up.
Huge thank you to Mike Marshall. And give me 2 seconds here. We want to shout out 603 Screen Printing in Salem because they helped hook those kids up with getting those shirts and some sponsorship and stuff like that. So a big shout out to them. And I'm trying to talk him into selling those things next year because they're really nice shirts.
I said that to him, and I went and picked up the shirts down there, and guy was working late on those shirts. He wanted to get it done for the kids, and it was really cool to get those shirts for the
John
kids.
Espinette says CJ McLaughlin started,
Yes, he
Xfinity
did.
Series driver, started Thunder Lights at Hudson. A lot of the other drivers. Let's see. Mark Baudry. I don't know what that means. Oh, Mike Harlow. I was commenting. Oh, I can always count on Harlow for a funny comment when I'm trying to say something
There
seriously.
used to be some pretty good racing in Thunder Lights.
No, it was awesome.
I don't know that division at all.
It's young guns.
Okay.
It's young guns. They were over at Hudson, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, there was some times.
And it was pretty cool that Thunder Lights at that time were able to just bump up to the Roadrunners, which was nice because most of them all went to Thunder Lights to Roadrunners.
and
That's
100%.
what you could do with the Hudson Heroes and the Young Guns because they actually. So at the Young Guns, those are pure stocks.
And I
they
really
run
wish-
the same rules. And
I really
everything.
wish people with pure stocks would move up to the mini stocks because
Bob,
that's what you're
look
supposed
right,
to do.
yeah, look right here.
That's what you're supposed to do. Don't sit in the pure stocks and win every race, Colton. Move up.
Oh God.
Some of those cars would run pretty decent on the mini stock tour.
I've tried this for multiple years. I told people I would help them with setup. I would help them get their cars to race the mini stocks, but everybody likes to be what is it saying? Big fish, small pond.
You ever think though, like the fact that you're volunteering for you to set them up might be the issue?
No.
it's not that.
Hold on, Bob. Wait. Bob can set up every other people's car to win. He just can't set up his own car
okay,
to
gotcha.
win.
That's the
Gotcha,
truth.
gotcha.
That is the truth.
You know what my biggest problem is? I'm kind of a social butterfly.
No.
So like when I get to the racetrack, I'll like roll my car out and then I'm just gone. I don't even pay attention.
Bob's like, how much air do I have in tires? Do I
Justin-
even have 4 tires on?
Justin Harris was at White Mountain with me, and I'm getting ready to go for the feature, and he's like, "Hey, what's the air pressure in your right front tire?" I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "You didn't check it?" I'm like, "No, it's fine. I ran it last week." He's like, "You can't do that."
No, and Harris is all over the tires. I've watched him work down at, what was it, Freedom Factory
Yeah.
when you guys went. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's all over those
He
tires.
is. He's a good person to have with the tires, definitely.
absolutely.
And he made my car fantastic that night. It was great.
Yeah, and to kind of wrap back around to the kids divisions and that sort of stuff. I mean, there's very little people like 40s, 30s that are really into this now. So
You're right.
getting that next generation going, like I've been lucky enough to have my son up in the tower this year, 3rd generation for our family. And on the official side, you don't see a lot of the young people that are getting into it, and I mean, as much as tracks go away, drivers and crews and that stuff are
That's
going
the
away
truth,
as
and
well.
it's-
Well, one of the big problems too with racing nowadays is like, say you got the top guy in the pure stocks. You know, he wants to go race late models. You can't. It's the price jump is insane.
Yeah.
That's the reason I've stayed in the mini stocks for so long. You know, I have like $2,500 in my car, and I can race it every week and put regular gas in it, and it's just I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I do it for fun.
Right.
Wait. You race for fun?
Yeah, I do.
That's what we need to remember.
But
we all
you-
got
but
into
you-
this
you
for
can't-
fun.
It's
You
all
can't.
for fun.
You can't when you're trying to race a late model and you're trying to cheat so much.
Cheat?
Yeah, when it turns into a job. Like, how can I make this better instead of working on yourself? Everybody's always the car. Yeah, it's a car. No, I suck. My car's fine. It's just me.
So what you're saying,
I love your
if we
attitude,
took
Bob. I do.
like,
I love your attitude.
who do you think is the best mini stock driver out there right now? Other than yourself.
Wow, this is going to be tough. If he can answer this, it's going to be hard.
I would probably say
Pull that mic towards your mouth just a little more. There you go.
this is hard.
That races in this area that you race against.
I would probably say this is tough.
While you're
It is a
thinking,
tough question, 'cause I'm
this
trying to
came
pick
in
a side.
privately.
But like, hold on. Like, what is the best? Like, what's your criteria? Like the
All right. Well, I'll criteria.
Yeah, you
Why
go
don't
ahead.
do that. Who is the guy that you're going? Oh no, I got to pass him next. This is going to be rough. Like, who's that guy?
there's nobody of that. But like, I'd probably say Cody LeBlanc. He doesn't race with us. He races the mini stock tour or whatever.
Yep.
But, you know, he's everywhere he goes, no matter what he's in, he's fast.
Harmon just voted himself the best.
Harmon's terrible. But, yeah, I'd probably say Cody's really good. Matt Sonhalter's always, you know, right up there.
Yeah, and Matt does a good job even in the late models.
Yeah. Gordon's terrible. He just gets lucky.
He's out of mini stocks. Mini
No,
stocks?
he's racing Saturday. He got a ride. He's racing Saturday.
No way.
Bob cheats. No, I don't. That's why I don't win.
That's a good point.
But but one of the biggest things though is like I really wish people would stop being so quick to blame it on the car, or the worst is the tires. Oh, I get the bad batch tires. Oh, I get bad tires. These tires are junk. Shut up.
Do your homework.
Just make it work on what you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I go out and I'm terrible, and I put it in the trailer and I go home and I cool off and I work on it the next day and try to make it better. A lot of times I make it worse. Hey, it's what it is. That's why we do this.
But you're out there having fun.
Fine.
It's
Yeah,
it's supposed to be an out. It's supposed to be a chance for you to step away from your work life and your, you know what I mean, just to take your mind off of things, not to make it worse.
That is perfectly said.
Wait a minute. Is this true? Farnham's driving your car?
No.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Whoa. I didn't know if that was fake
Farnham
news.
couldn't reach the pedals.
I love that. So I do have a comment from somebody who wants to remain Facebookless. Oh, wait a minute. Gave it away. Brian, you're not teaching your kid how to break windows in the tower, are you?
No. He is actually, so he's starting out on doing the computer stuff, doing scoring. Gwen up in the tower has helped him. Craig's helped him. It's actually what Dad used to do at Lee for years and years. So it's pretty cool to see him up there.
He's super pleasant every time I talk to him.
Good
I
kid.
threaten his life every time we go to the track. I'm like, behave, don't do anything.
Now you enjoy having him up there with you,
Yeah,
Brian.
I really do. He's a good kid. Wants to learn. So the fact that he's there for the first year is great.
And it's awesome to see a young kid getting involved on this side and seeing what it's like, and that's awesome.
Thanks.
We did get Tim LeBlanc for the mini stocks as well too. He'll be there as well.
Oh, this is going to be a fun race here.
Yeah, should be pretty good.
We'll get into that here in a minute because we had some more stuff there. So people that are, Brian, you've been around racing for a long time.
Long time.
So people who are
1
interested
or 2 years.
in eventually becoming a general manager or a race director or any of that stuff, where is your best bet for them to start out? Where do you think they should start?
Quite honestly, just get on the flag stand. Be the backup flagger. That you'll learn the sights.
George, Bob, it's always the car.
You'll learn the sights on the track. You'll learn the smells. That's one of the things. Like the first thing that really point out. Okay, this is what rear end smells like.
Oh,
when
it's the
when going
worst.
bad. Oh, it's terrible. But like it's.
But
like,
you know.
You're right.
Yeah, you know. So it's okay. Somebody has a rear end leak. Let's find it. So yeah, there's definitely the getting down trackside. I would recommend. I mean, obviously, if you're really into the building of the cars and that sort of stuff, I'm sure Dennis or somebody on that side is a great mentor to have. But like when it came to the tower, when I went down to Connecticut, I was actually extremely humbled. Like I failed up here, trying to be in the tower when I first did it. For the Grand Estate Pro Stocks, for the stuff that I was doing at Lee, I am my own worst critic. I still think there's a hell of a lot of growth that I can do, but
I don't know how you guys do it.
It's a learning process.
My hat's off to you guys.
It takes passion to be on this side, though. You passionate, you want to learn. That's how you get yourself noticed.
But like I'm also the first one to say, like, when I'm on the radio, I am not a nice guy. Like
I can attest to this.
You're not supposed to be.
But you have a job to do.
I have a job to do.
I heard you yell at pretty much everybody yesterday at one point or another, but you have to.
But we got the show in, just hammer down and get through it.
It's not personal. It's just business.
No, and that's the thing. But I will be the first one to reach out to everybody afterwards and be like, hey, hell of a job, nice job, shake hands. I went right down to the flag stand. Thank Joe and Matthew for the work that they were doing. I want to make sure that everybody understands that they are appreciated for all of the effort that they put in.
Well, in all fairness, too, I mean, if that bothers you, you're in the wrong hobby.
Ben just texted me and said it's not passion, it's stupidity. Oh, I love it. That's so fun. Ben is under the weather today, if you haven't noticed, because otherwise Ben's hat got turned around and he's from Lowell now. So,
Hey, I'm from Lowell, too.
oh boy, I can't say that right now.
You
I live right next to the car wash.
I'm sorry.
The car wash.
I live
Plain
Street.
Street.
Plain Street.
Okay. All right. That's
When we were down in Florida, we had a car wash. We had a mobile. How do you say that correctly? Mobile pharmacy next to us, and then the car wash on the other side of us. Remember?
I picked up on all that.
When we were down in Florida, I was like, yeah, right past us. We had the mobile pharmacy that was the next driveway, and then we had the car wash.
Oh yeah.
That played
that
music
place
the
was
entire
different.
time.
Mark put us in the ghetto.
We were in the church. It was great. Everybody ended up having fun there, though. That was a blast.
It was a good time.
I will try to rent that same place next year.
In the ghetto. Yeah, absolutely.
So to answer Jeffrey's question on here, feel free to come by Hudson. I'm perfectly happy to put anybody down on the flag stand to back up the guys and learn at any point. Even if there's 3 guys down there, it doesn't matter. Just to get people to step up is like
Huge.
first and foremost an issue these days.
It is. It is.
But definitely, stop by anytime.
Do you miss flagging at all?
Yeah, I did it for so long, and I do miss it sometimes. But I love this part of it too. I take it's.
I imagine
You want me to tell the real story? The last race at Claremont, Steve flagged, and he was before the race. He's like, I'm so excited. I've missed flagging. It's so much fun. He got done, walked by me, and went, oh my God, I haven't flagged for so long. I feel like I'm not going to be able to move my arms for 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know why I missed this.
Yeah. Well, I did it 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for years. And
Yeah, you did.
honest to God, from all the flips, my wrist hurt, and I did some damage from all that.
yeah.
I hate to say that. That's so terrible to say, and try to fight it, but yeah.
Yeah, they're saying Steve Grand returned to the flag stand for the Mighty Mike race.
No, nobody likes you, Bergie.
No, Joe does an awesome job. Joe, Matt, you guys do an awesome job up
They do.
there. And
They really do.
it's, it's Joe, he's got his own way of doing it, and we all got our own little style that we have, and it's.
I'm not sure who's so asking about this weekend. I'm not sure who's flagging on Saturday because that's a JDV flagger. So I'm not sure who's flagging. Do you know?
That would be Sean Houlihan
Okay.
and Mike Rainville.
All right, and then the normal flag guy will be there Friday night. So
Whoever the normal flagman is up there. But when it comes to Sean Houlihan, that's hands down one of the best flaggers in the nation. There's no.
Steve sucks.
Griggs, if you're going to Claremont, come see me. It's in my trailer, and I will have the hat with me. So, you guys, the JDV puts on a pretty good show. You people who don't know, you are in the tower for JDV. Yep. I do the broadcast for JDV. Enough people have figured that out now that NHSTRA Vision does the broadcast for it. So, if people are interested in any position at any track, you can just send a message to the tracks or reach out to me.
Or just talk to somebody at the track.
I may know somebody.
That's it. We'll, if you
might know a guy.
want to learn, come. We'll let you get behind the scenes and help out. We
How
need
do you
more people.
do you get to watch JDV Saturday?
I broadcast it.
So is it on? But is it on NHSTRA Vision?
No, it's on Flow Racing.
Flow. Okay.
Yeah, JDV is on Flow. NHSTRA Vision does more than just NHSTRA stuff. We went down and did
I
Seekonk.
just want to watch me win Saturday. That's all.
You want to watch you win?
Yeah.
Can
Is it live? Can I watch it as I'm racing?
No, you're not allowed electronics.
I will make sure that you are black flagged.
Why?
'Cause
No
I can make that
electronics
call.
in the car.
You
You
won't
know,
know.
oh, then Brian, you never seen the in-car, the video. He's on his phone. Bob's at Star. Got his phone. Hey, guys, I'm out here racing. He's past me. He's got it out the window. He sucks. He's driving. I'll never forget that one.
So it was
I
hilarious.
wasn't flagging that one.
Because I'm racing and the car wasn't good, so I was bored. So I'm like, I want to live this. So I Facebook lived it, and I remember going by the pit stands at Star, and all you could see was people's phones lit up. Everybody's watching me
I was
live instead
watching.
of actually watching the race.
Yeah.
It was cool. I was fine.
So let's get into our lineup for the weekend
Let's
here
go,
real
we'll go
quick.
with that.
So Friday, the 28th, we have Claremont Motorsports Park, NASCAR Weekly Racing Series, Dean Smith Memorial, and Battle for the Belt Late Models. Kicks off, pits open at 3:30 p.m., gates at 5, hot laps at 5, racing starts at 7. We have the R.E. Hinckley Late Models, the Brody Ledoux State Farm Outlaws, the Avery Insurance Six Shooters, and the LaValle Building Supply Pure Stocks. All right, I want to address a couple things real quick. Dean Smith was a treasure to Claremont Motorsports Park. I put up a post 3 weeks ago. I put up a post last week, and I put up one today looking for pictures of Dean racing, Dean stories, and stuff that we can build into a package, and I've got zero pictures, zero stories, zero anything. Trying my best to do some stuff for the Dean Smith Memorial, but I need some stuff from people. I don't have pictures from stuff from years ago, and I'd really like to try to give this race the push that it really needs. And there is an updated list that Craig just posted today, and that's going to be hopefully a phenomenal race. Moving over to Saturday, we are staying at Claremont for the Clash at Claremont. This is going to be an event because the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour will be rolling back in to Claremont, New Hampshire, which I didn't get to go to this race last year, and I was super PO'd that I missed it. So I'm very, very excited. The pits open at 12:30 p.m., 2:30 p.m. grandstands and the JDV experience.
I think they're actually they're 2, right?
Who?
Saturday, the Whalen Tour.
Division 2?
Two.
Yeah, isn't it? I think the Mini is a Division 1.
Oh,
Oh,
they are.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that is the premier division.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't get behind that one. I might get fired if I got behind that one.
That will be first green to checker.
I'm going to go ahead and say all these divisions that are racing Saturday are important because one division leads to the next, and this is what creates our path line and pipeline of drivers that feed the rest of the divisions.
Fully agreed.
So we have the 6 shooters in action along with the mini stocks, the NASTRA modifieds, the pure stocks, the NASTRA late models, and the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour. That right there is a lineup.
Yep.
I'm excited for the JDV Clash at Claremont. That trophy, the one thing, Josh does a great job, tip to tail on shows. Whatever he does with his trophies is next level. I don't care if this gets me in trouble or whatever. The best trophy I've ever seen at any racetrack ever was the dog for the Mad Dog race at Monadnock. That dog trophy, like I don't know any driver
Yes.
who would not want that.
So I will be the first one to admit, and I'm sure Josh would make sure that I said this, that when it comes to the trophies and stuff, that is all Taylor Pelletier.
She's great.
That is her passion to really
Does a good job.
drive that sort of stuff. She's Josh's right hand man, woman. Excuse me. When it comes to really making sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. So
He's actually a great guy to talk to too. I met
Yeah.
him for the first time in Nanock. He was actually a great guy.
yeah, he's a good friend of mine for many years. So
He actually loved the mini stocks too. You know why? Because no drama. Because we're a good racing division.
yeah.
That's why.
Never had any problems with the mini stocks.
Matthew Bazowski says, Steve Grand, where's my door?
Your door. Oh,
What
that
door?
Yes, we have that. We have his door.
The door I want?
Yes, the door that you want.
Oh
It's
my
at
God.
Hudson.
This
you
is
just
so
made
exciting.
mine.
My day is made.
Yeah, I told you that. I told that.
I only
got his
listen to
door off
important
his
stuff you tell
ACT
me.
car.
Oh, I didn't
Yes.
know. Ooh, I'm super
And,
excited.
does that mean you're going to be hanging that up from?
I have more doors. I have more doors to hang up. I actually I still have.
Oh, what are you trying to say? Matt isn't important.
No. His is. I have to hang up more. I still have doors upstairs.
Okay.
I was waiting for another, so I wouldn't
Okay.
just have one with a spot over. I like to do everything in groups of two. So now I'm looking. When I see somebody looking at the chat,
Harmon gave you a shout out for your Don Hayes trophy.
For my Don. Oh, that's you. That's not me that did the trophies. That was Steve Dickey.
Well, mine
He
was
does it.
terrible.
Yours was terrible.
My Don Hayes trophy?
Why?
You got to get a
It's
trophy.
just a regular trophy.
Really?
Yeah, I
When
was
was that?
so
though?
mad.
What was it? When was that?
The last one last year, last Don
Really?
Hayes ever. And I got a regular
Shout out
garbage.
to Steve.
Participation trophy.
I won it.
Yeah.
I do. So
Well,
I used to be
Well,
pretty
there used to
good.
be 50 cars out there. How many did you race?
We had 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but you remember back in the day,
Yeah.
they used to have 40 of them out
Yeah,
there.
I used to be pretty good at this racing thing. I don't know what happened.
is that true?
What?
Brian will know. He reads Doug's comment.
This one right here.
If that's true, I would like to give them a shout out.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Sean Monahan, owner of Critical Signs, does the trophies, who is also a hell of a wheelman at Waterford. I've seen Sean race. Don't they also have a
Absolutely.
truck as well?
Yeah, Sean races for years and years. Was
Did
always
he
the
race?
55.
Wait a minute. Did he race the wagon?
Yes.
That thing is that. So I have. That's one of my favorites. And then the Davis Chassis Work 32 is my next favorite. Tasha's car is like right up there. I love those style ones. Let's see what's happened to the. Oh, I don't know. That wasn't me. I didn't hit anything.
Don't worry, that is all fixed. We spent time down there this morning. And
Shout out to Jay Ferreira in chat. Hi guys, he says. If you ever break down in Florida, reach out to Jay with JF Drives. Guy did nothing but support racing up in here for years, so to support him and his business venture down there, so that would be great as well.
I used to race with Jay.
Did he beat you?
I don't remember.
All right, 1 to 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. What number driver are you? Rate yourself.
Now or 2 years ago?
Let's rate
what
now.
happened over 2 years ago?
I don't know. I'd probably say I'm like a 5.
Where's Jay?
3.
Gordon.
2. Gordon? Can I do negatives?
I love the heat that you guys have together.
Andrew Harmon.
-2.
Andrew
Andrew Harmon, not even on the board.
Chris Foltz.
Chris Foltz is great driver. I will give that kid 100% credit because Chris Foltz is a person you can race next to side by side. He's not going to try to wreck your day. If you're faster than him, he lets you go. I love racing with Chris. John is terrible.
Now, what about you? Used to race with Jimmy Renfrew also.
Renfrew was good, but he cheated all the time.
I love the heat that you get with everybody. The funny part is you guys all get along great. The mini stock crew is pretty great. I love Jay's comment. Better than Gordon. I'll take it. Cole Littlewood, where does he rate?
In mini stocks,
Yep.
he would be really good if he listened to me, but he doesn't. So he's like a 2,
If he listened to you, what would he be?
probably an 8.
Cole,
9.
come on, dude. You could be an 8 or a 9.
Yeah.
When those luscious blonde locks, he makes them a 10. So
Cole,
come on now.
remember Cole went to Freedom Factory?
Yes.
Yes.
So Cole's putting his car together, right? He's like, "Oh, I'm doing this motor package and this." I said, "Don't. It's a terrible idea. It's not going to work." Cole made what?
Did he blow it up?
Yeah,
3
he
laps
did.
in practice.
He did.
I said, "What are you putting in? The motor I told you to put in it?" Yeah.
And he ended up beating everybody, didn't he?
The B
From up
main.
here?
The B main. He did a great job in the B main. I don't know if anybody watched Cole in the B main in Freedom
Yes.
Factory. He drove that thing awesome. But no, the best person from down here was Cameron Sontag.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got 8th. And
That's not bad.
I
This
still stick
competition.
to those aren't mini stocks. Those,
Why?
When I saw those cars
so
come out of the
hold
track,
on.
some of those look like full-blown late models.
So this is my favorite thing about mini stocks. That race, there was 68 cars from Mustangs to Volkswagens to Hondas to Cavaliers to PT Cruisers, everything. From like the top 25 cars were within 0.3 of each other.
I did see the PT Cruiser. That was pretty cool.
That's what I like about mini stocks. You have so many different cars, but somehow they all rein themselves in, and we're all around the same lap times, which I think is cool about the division. There's so many different cars.
Do you want to hold that up?
Yes, absolutely.
Because that's off camera, so you can bring it in to
Yes.
show people.
It's a little heavy. What's wrong with this? You see this? What is this?
I think it's lead.
Okay.
It looks dangerous.
It looks dangerous.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'll tell you why it looks dangerous.
Why does it look dangerous?
It looks dangerous because it's not painted.
And yes, and we don't have.
Does
any
that look
number
like
on it.
asphalt? It looks like the same color as asphalt. So if that fell and hit the track, would you be able to see that?
So this is
Absolutely not.
This is my issue with people not painting lead. So let's say late models, okay? You got a small block Chevy Camaro that you race. You race that car every week, but yet you go online, you find out there's a carburetor you can put on that car to make you an extra 5 horsepower. You're buying that carburetor, and it's going on right away. But you can't take 3 seconds to paint your lead. Just paint the lead. It's simple. Psh,
Lead's
done.
expensive, isn't
safety.
It is expensive.
So what happens to lead when it's not painted?
It goes to
and
me.
It doesn't go to you. What happens to lead when it gets discovered being illegal? It gets confiscated, as far as I know, does it?
Correct. If you got to make sure you have it painted, and so that it can be seen out there. This is dangerous.
So the issue with
Harmon says it goes to him. No, Harmon doesn't go to you
the
either.
issue with the non-painted lead is the person that has non-painted lead. I guarantee at some point in your racing career, you hit somebody else's lead and you were pissed off about it. So just paint your lead.
That's it.
So people can see it, including yourself. It's not hard, and that piece can hurt a lot.
Oh yeah, and I mean, like, think about hitting that or being hit with that in a modified.
Oh,
What's it gonna do?
Think about ripping the oil pan off with it, because
Yes.
modifieds, they have no ride height rule, so they're on the ground.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that ruins someone's day for something they can't see.
So guys, what we're trying to get across here is you need to paint your lead, and so that way everyone can see it. It is visible to everybody.
And maybe tighten the bolts so it doesn't fall off.
Okay, and I just want to let you know, you just made your best friend over here.
But I just don't get it. Why is this so hard?
I didn't realize Bob was so passionate about lead. I thought this was going to be a Steve thing.
I am big in safety because the biggest thing about is racing is as soon as something bad happens, who knows when this could get shut down? No one knows.
Right.
So you might as well do every little bit we can to make this safe.
Imagine that piece of lead falls off the car and goes up into the stands or hits the flag guy. Like, we like Bryon. We deal with Breggy, but we like Bryon. We don't want lead to... He knows I'm picking on him.
I know I've said this
Stuff
story.
can happen
I've had
at any
a drive
point.
shaft miss me by inches.
Yeah,
People
I mean,
in the
I
car,
got,
but
we talked about it on the last show. I got hit with a wrench at Stafford and got knocked out.
That is absolutely crazy
Did they
to me.
throw it or did it fall out of the car?
Somebody hit it down the front stretch. I was literally like mid throwing the white, coming down, and I got hit in the chest and knocked me out.
I knocked myself out in a spectator race once.
Why am I not surprised?
I remember that.
Yeah.
I was down there.
No, that was the Roadrunner race.
I don't know if I want to ask questions.
Roadrunner race?
I
You
got knocked
knocked
out in the Roadrunner heat when I almost flipped over.
Yes, and
got
I was
knocked-
like, to
Because
be honest with you, I didn't really think it was that bad.
No,
I was
because
kinda
I
shocked.
have a problem. So people say this all the time. When I'm
Wait a
racing,
minute. Can you say that one line
I have
again?
a lot of problems.
I know what he does.
But
when he
anyways,
races.
when I'm
He does.
racing, everybody who races, they look like this, like if someone's there. But I actually look like this.
Yes, trust me.
I've actually seen you do that.
So Chris Foltz got sideways, and I looked like this, and my head was around the containment seat, and Chris Foltz hit me, and I hit my head off the containment seat, and I was out.
I remember that. They're like, oh, he was out. I'm like, what?
Actually,
There's no way.
there used to be a guy ran mini stocks. It was a red VW Golf, and we're talking
Red and yellow?
red with white number, I believe. And in later years, it might have been yellow. But he ran Lee primarily, but he would do the same thing. I would watch him from the flag stand. He would literally turn it.
Gotta love that.
They always call me ostrich neck.
Yes.
Did you or did you not almost decapitate Mr. Bazowski at Hudson years ago?
I don't. Now, see, I don't recall this. I'm going to
He
be
wrote,
honest.
Bob almost killed me when I had a mini stock off
Oh, no, I
turn
did.
4 at Hudson.
I did. Yeah, I did. When Jeff James rolled over. Remember when Jeff James rolled over on the front stretch? The 47.
Oh,
yellow?
yes,
So
I do.
Jeff
Yes,
James
I do.
was rolling over, and I seen like his roof. I was like, "Oh my God, he's rolling into the cars." So I turned left, and it so happened Ben was there. he got the Ben's car was worse than Jeff's that rolled over from me hitting him.
Ben has the worst luck. It,
Yeah, he
it
does.
seems like a
Yeah, he
lot of the
does.
stuff that happened to him over the years wasn't him actually causing the
Oh,
problem.
I remember getting Ben fired up, taking his truck out in the spectator races, and he had the Mustang in
Yes,
the
I
spectator
had
races.
the Mustang. It was pretty cool. Ben used to be out there every week with that Mustang, and he used to win all the time.
Yeah,
Is
because
that
he
the
put modified wheels
police
on
car
it.
one?
Yeah.
Yes,
His
yes.
dad would
He put the
soak
siren
tires and
on.
put modified wheels on it. Of course he would win.
Yeah.
wrong
But
with
then,
that?
Ben, is that true? You were cheating in that?
I remember I got Ben to do a flagpole race, and it took me forever to get him to do it because he was scared to do it. He finally did it, and he never had so much fun. And
Dude, I love the flagpole.
Flagpole races
I
were
loved it.
awesome.
Yeah, well, Ben won the chain race with Jackie Mackey last year.
Yes.
too.
No, a couple years ago. I think that was
Last year. No, it was last year.
Yeah,
I
because
think it was
he
two.
had his Ridge Runner. He only had
He had that new one that
that's
they
right.
bought. They
That's
dragged
right.
around that car with the blown motor in it. So, anyone remember when Ben hit that Ford Ranger in the floor plan at Hudson a few years ago? That was wild. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either. You know, there's a lot over the years. I've seen a lot.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on and that you just don't normally see. But let's see. Yes, I ran the Outlaw tires on the Mustang. He said.
DQ'd. No, that's fine. Fix it
So
for next
before
week.
we finish up here, so just so I can complete a complete thought, because this is like ADD radio that we have that we come on here
I was tested for
sometimes.
that a ton of times. I don't have it.
I don't. Yeah, that's not.
I'm,
the
I'm a
right
poster
test.
child, so want to ride bikes?
Sure.
I'm horrible too. The if you're interested in learning about racing, wanting to come work at a racetrack, reach out to any one of the officials. Reach out to anybody at the track or anybody involved. Ask a question. If you're interested in doing NASTRA Vision, we're always taking on more people because without getting more into it, NASTRA Vision is going to be doing a lot more stuff, and we're going to need a lot more camera operators at some point. So if you're interested, reach out to us, reach out to the tracks. People are not going to turn you away. If you're genuine and you want to learn and you want to come have fun at the racetrack, you're going to. Look at Aaron. Aaron posting on Facebook lately,
Aaron Planky
posted a picture and said,
amazing.
I've never been this happy in my life. I love working at the track. It is another family.
He showed up at Hudson. He was there before I was because I was helping Ben out with a few things, but got there. He was out there at 8:30. Grabbed the truck, already put the tow trucks in the infield, grabbed the cones, went out there and didn't have anyone in the back of the truck and put out the cones all the way
Wow.
down the street. That kid is awesome, and
Aaron,
he's unbelievable.
He's been helping out with JDV on quite a few events this year, and done a hell of a job. Can't actually compliment him any
Yes.
more than
Yes, that
than
kid's
Super nice guy.
Yes.
unbelievable.
On the same thing with mini stocks, anybody ever wants to, I know there's not many of them anymore, but anybody that wants to get in a mini stock and they have questions or wants to turn their pure stock into a mini stock, I have no problem helping people.
And one other thing, you forgot. We're running Sunday at Hudson Speedway, my friend.
Did I
Oh,
forget,
okay.
or
All
is
right.
it sitting
All
in my
right.
hand
All
ready to
right.
talk
All
about
right.
next?
We're just
So-
hoping it goes better this week.
No, I was waiting right near the end here. This Sunday, guys, is the SBF Memorial, along with the Steve Krupski Memorial 75 lap 6-shooter race. Pits open at 1 p.m. Gates at 3. Hot laps at 4. Racing starts at 5:15. We have the NASTRA Vision Modifieds, the Black Flag Podcast Ridge Runners, the Granite State Gun Range 6-shooters, the MLM Diagnostic Service Pure Stocks, and the New England Dwarf Car Series. This race will also be broadcast on NASTRA Vision. So you'll have NASTRA Vision on Friday, Flow Racing on Saturday, and NASTRA Vision on Sunday.
And
So
Andrew Harmon will not be in the dwarf cars because his car is wrecked because he crashed again.
Really?
Yeah, he wrecked at Riverside. Things junk.
Oh.
I did see the pictures.
Yeah, it's just
oh,
junk.
it looked bad. I thought that
Come on,
purple vinyl
Andrew.
would hold it together, but apparently not.
Yeah, he can't drive. And everything he has is wrecked. His truck is broken. His dwarf car's broken. His pure stock's broken. His mini stock is in the trash.
How long
his
until-
hands, his fingers? He can't even count all the stuff that's broken because his fingers are broken.
Oh my God! How long until he breaks his new scooter?
It's probably already broken. I was talking to him yesterday. He's like, I cannot win.
Lorraine says 2020, Steve.
Oh,
Whatever. What is that?
Is that the Lorraine Pod 2020?
Yeah, okay, there we go.
I think she's talking and trying to. I haven't talked to the officials over there at the Dwarf Guys, and we'll get on that and see what they plan on doing, if they want to double feature it or not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's my new thing. I don't know.
I don't run that
Anybody
division.
ask me? I don't know.
I don't run that division.
The guy who does is in chat, so he'll figure it out. Let's play it by ear because we have a very busy weekend of racing. Like I said, kicking it off with the Dean Smith Memorial Battle for the Belts this Friday night. Moving on over to Saturday, we have the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour with the JDV experience. Reach out to jdvproductions.com for ticket scheduling information and anything else that you may need. And just a quick reminder, if you notice lately when you ask me a question that's easily, readily available online, I go to the website, I screenshot it, and I send you the screenshot. I'm not Google. Like every track time is listed on the website,
I would
every
even send a
price, every all
screenshot.
that stuff is listed.
But I thought
You
it was
guys have no
www.mark.com.
Mark.com.
Yeah,
if
there we
if
go.
I could make as much money as those Google guys, that would be great. So that's my new thing is I just screenshot and send it to people.
I'll
so.
be at Claremont for autographs too Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can we get you over at Sunday? We'll have an intermission for you to come down, sign autographs for everybody.
I
We'll have
don't,
a big
I don't know
line.
if we have enough
Wait,
time.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
If after you win the race on Saturday,
yeah, you can
will
come down
you
to
bring your
Hudson.
car down and be the official pace car?
Sure.
Show
You
those
win.
drivers the line down at
If you
Hudson
win,
on Sunday.
you can come down and we'll let you be the pace car.
That's a
ain't
big
gonna happen.
if. That's a huge if.
But seriously, guys, before we go, if you do have good stories of Dean Smith, if you do have good pictures of him, please find that post, tag him. And all the people that do put a story or a picture in there, I personally will buy you, if I will pull one person out of all the people that do. So if one person does it, you win. I will buy you 2 grandstand passes to Friday night's Dean Smith Memorial. And we'll pick them randomly off everybody who posts a picture or a story. And I will reach out to you and send you 2 grandstand passes for that race. Dean was such a great guy, instrumental in a lot of these younger drivers and that race now at Claremont and stuff like that. And I want to try to honor him the best we can. So be there Friday night. I know they're going to come out in force on those cars. So
Steve Krupski Memorial, too, over at Hudson on Sunday. That's 75 laps.
Steve
and get that
Krupski
out
and then the
there.
SBF.
SBF, Sonia, Bill, and Fred. Big officials behind the scene. Your
Yeah,
dad.
absolutely.
It's just something we want to. They meant everything to us over there, and we want to let their memories live on.
These are the people that we looked up to and
Yes.
now doing what we're doing.
Yes.
It's the whole reason, 100%.
Absolutely.
That means a lot.
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Yes. I
So-
wanted to make that happen. That's my crew.
We will
The
see
best.
you guys back here next Monday night. I believe we have the Hudson Heroes will be in the house for next Monday night. I'm almost positive. So we will see you guys Friday at Claremont, Saturday at Claremont, and Sunday at Hudson. And thank you guys very much and have a great night. We'll see you soon.
Good night, guys.
Good night.